Hi, hello. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. Thank you so much for watching, friends. We are back at the homestead once again. It is just about golden hour. My mom came back over. She's over at my brother's house with his kids and my daughter, who is taking a nap. His kids are actually off from school because down in this part of the South, Mardi Gras is a holiday that you get days off for. Some people will have the whole week, but yeah, so she is over here with them, and I am over here with her, the cutest, and I'm trying to get these liners right here, up in these cabinets right here. My friend went and picked them up from At Home yesterday. It was really funny. We had just this small pack that my mom got from Walmart, which this is not enough. That was a much bigger roll that she picked up from At Home. But it was funny because she left to go get it, and she called me and she said that she was at home. So I was like freaking out because, like, you left me and you went home? Oh. But she was at the store at home, and she picked up this in a bigger roll, and I'm going to try and get these lined. I think that if we can get the kitchen and bathroom functional, then we can go ahead and move in with things still being kind of chaotic, and I can work on, doing more stuff as we go when we're actually in here. And then we can worry about flooring and all the rest later, but I really just want to be in my house. I really just want to be in here. Yesterday I didn't do too much. I couldn't do too much before she actually had to leave. I moved some things around. I put this thing over here, and there's some stuff in there. I didn't really go through any of the boxes because I didn't want to just have a bunch of stuff out on the floor that I couldn't do anything with. And then I put these two shelves in the laundry room. Have a dryer, but we don't have all the connects for it, and we still need to pick up the washing machine from our family friend, uncle type figure, whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna work on that and get those cut and placed in there, and then do the bathroom. Okay, so I put this in the cabinet already, and I already cut it, and I have little notches cut into it for where it, so it'll fit better. So I'm just lining this up on top, and I'm going to cut it how I cut the other. I wish that these had, like, on the back side, how not wallpaper, some gift wrap paper has like the grid. I wish this had that, but I'm just trying to be really careful. Go slow so I don't check this up. Okay, let's see. That looks good. That worked basically perfect, so we can do it again. Also, doesn't have to be perfect. This is not the Adrienne Long Show. Alright, these are old vintage, original to the house cabinets, right? And that's what I don't know if it was something there before and the veneer came off. But that's like rough, so that's why we're covering it. That's one of the reasons why we're covering it. Found this at Aldi a while ago. I'm gonna give it to my brother. He's turning 34. Okay, currently working on our junk drawer box, which for some reason we have excessive amount of tape. My husband came home early from work to meet up with the AC guys who are checking our AC, which runs on gas, and it's working. Like, the first time ever we have the AC running here. Feels really good. But he's going to, I think he has the option to work from home 2 days out of the week, so he might continue working once they leave or do something else. I don't really know what his plans are. As always, my constant companion. And my husband's outside with the AC guy and my other daughter. I found my plants and I put them here in this window. I put some of them outside. And yesterday my husband came after work and we got all of these lined. I put up a few dishes that I found. And I just realized that we have white paint here. So our pantry is looking a little gross. So we actually have paint already so that we can paint that whenever we get around to it. And then he went to our apartment the other day and cleaned out our fridge. So we have stuff in here. And technically I can go ahead and start putting stuff in there. Also, I noticed yesterday that we actually have convection settings on this oven. So we have a convection oven. Everyone is outside right now, but it feels so weird recording with people around. So I'm going to stop. There is some irony that while I am sorting through my junk drawer, that I am also listening to a video by Shauna Rabari, and she talks about overconsumption and de-influencing. Ironic. Back at my brother's house, it's about 4 something in the afternoon. Both babies are inside sleeping, and my niece is inside with them. So I decided to take a moment to come outside by myself and just by myself. There are birds chirping. There's a rooster crowing somewhere. There's a dog in the distance. This is the type of noise that I like. I do not like city noise. I do not like apartment noise. This is the piece that I most enjoy. We went for a walk earlier. My mom has this cart, this wagon. Hold on. Thought I heard my toddler crying, but you know, crazy mom brain things. Made myself a cup of coffee. Things are slowly coming together. I did a little bit of unboxing at the house. My husband went to set up our garbage pickup, which there's at least 4 options of what you can use for garbage around here. So we did a little bit of research before we actually decided on one. We still need to transfer the water over because there's a cash deposit to do that. Or maybe he did that. He might have done both. Because one you could do online, one you had to go in person and do. And then we've transferred the power, we transferred the gas a week or 2 ago. The AC guys checked the AC unit, it's fine. And they cleaned out the thing. Because Lowe's is running this special right now where they will come and check your, they'll tune up your HVAC for $29.99. And then try to, sell you on a membership or something where they'll come out twice a year and something or other. We might have found flooring. Like I said before, my dad was looking around and he might have found some that's like 60 something cents, whatever the measurement is, and it's that LVP lock click flooring. But one of the guys was saying that if you get one that's a little bit better, that has a lifetime warranty, that might be worth it, because he said that someone he knows, they were out of town, they came back, and they had an inch of water on their floor and the flooring had buckled, but because they installed it correctly and it was, within the lifetime warranty, they replaced all the flooring in this house for free. So that would be cool. But it's like insurance. Do you ever actually need the warranty? I don't know. If we do go with this flooring, then we can get flooring in the great room, the hallway, and the primary bedroom, including the closets. So that will be easier to manage, and we'll put down rugs and the other 2 bedrooms, and the carpet is still in the other 2 front rooms right now. Postpartum this time has been so different than my first, which my first labor. With my first pregnancy, it was hard. I had hyperemesis gravidarum, and if you don't know what that is, it is terrible. It is being nauseous and throwing up every single day until you have to go to the hospital because you're dehydrated. That happened 3 times in my first trimester, like in the first 30 days. And I had to be on medication my whole pregnancy. And I don't know, probably a combination between the drugs and the pregnancy and the symptoms and everything. I was fatigued, I was tired, I felt awful the entire pregnancy. And I believe that it probably affected the baby. She, in the womb and outside of the womb, behaved very differently than my second baby. The labor was induced. We were under a lot of stress. I tore, and the recovery was just really, really hard. This pregnancy, this labor, all of it was uneventful from the beginning until the labor. Like, it was a much easier labor comparatively, and no tearing, didn't bleed as heavily, and I have a lot more support this time around. Like we've been staying at my brother's house for over a month now. I've had people here. I've been able to go outside more. Okay, I just spotted a neighbor just standing on his back porch, and I didn't really know what he was doing. I think he was talking to his dog, but he looked kind of creepy. I value stillness and quiet a lot more this postpartum period, because with 2 under 2 who are not necessarily on the same nap schedule, it's hard to find quiet times. Even though I'm absolutely loving it, I'm absolutely loving being mom to these 2 little girls and watching them grow. The newborn is already gone. She's already a month old. It's just going a lot better. And we have this house, and I feel like a big part of it is being able to be outside easier. Like where we lived before, in neither place is there sidewalks to walk, but this is not a very busy street at all. Like, the only people who are coming down here are like the garbage people or the mail people or deliveries or the people who live here. Like, this is not a heavy traffic area at all, so it's nice, although there are quite a few dogs. There's been like 1 or 2 dogs that I've seen wandering around, but like the one dog that I have seen wandering around by itself is she's a timid girl. She's a big girl, but she's timid. But this is something that I want to establish in our routines and rhythms, is having the girls go down for a nap and me finding quiet times and quiet spaces in the day to do something for myself, even if it's just sitting and staring at the trees, which is what I used to do when I was working and had a full-time job. On my lunch break, I would go outside whenever the weather allowed, even when it didn't, and sit in my car, usually open up the back trunk, it was the little SUV, and stare at the trees and breathe and relax. Like, I wouldn't even be on my phone a lot of the times. I would just watch the wind move the trees. And there are a lot of trees here. Another aspect postpartum is that it affects your relationship with being pregnant. The entirety of being pregnant and kids, of course, affects your relationships differently, and especially me with my spouse, my husband. Being pregnant is hard on our relationship, and postpartum is hard on our relationship because the focus is less on us, just individually and together. It's less on us, and it's more about, our kids and our family, of course, because they are our dependents. They need us. And for me, it's hard to go from mom mode to wife mode a lot of the time, and that's something that I want to work on more. and more intentionally this postpartum period, is reconnecting with my husband and building our relationship and having more quality time and giving him more attention. Which I feel like I can actually do it this time. I don't feel like I really had the bandwidth at all the first postpartum period, because that was our first baby and that was all just really tough. So one way that I am going to do this, and we're going to work on this, is we are going to institute weekly movie nights on Fridays. That's the best time for us to, spend a lot of time staying up late watching movies, is on Friday nights, because that's the best time for us to do it on Friday nights, because, generally he doesn't work on weekends unless he has to make up time. So I have made a list. He has contributed one thing to the list on a shared note that we are going to go through and watch. We have, the first thing on my list is The Mummy, 1999 version with Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz. That's how you say her name? Weisz? I love that movie. That is one of my favorite movies, and it's basically the only horror movie that I can watch and just really enjoy, because it's not actually it used to be scary to me when I was younger, but then it stopped being scary because my brother used to force me to watch actual horror movies with him. Main ones being like Final Destination, Jeepers Creepers, Jason, Freddy, stuff like that. So we're gonna be watching a lot of different movies, and if you have any movie suggestions, feel free to share. We'll probably do a Marvel movie marathon at some point. We already have Venom, the Venom Last Dance movie on there, and then we already watched the other two, and there's some Marvel movies that I've missed, like Wakanda Going Forward. I have not seen. I did somehow end up watching the last Avengers movie. That's gonna be fun. We're gonna have like snacks and eye pop and stuff, and it's just gonna be a cute little at-home date, because we just bought a house, so we're not really trying to go outside too much. We're gonna try to enjoy our mortgage. But my coffee is almost gone, and I need to drink some more water today, and my phone is dying. So I think I will go ahead and end this vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please like it, subscribe if you're not, comment if you have any content that you want to see in the future, or any questions or anything, then please leave those down below. Yeah, I think that's it. Have the best rest of your day. Bye.